Hello everyone, I am Sarah Chatello with Sassy Paper Crafts. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to be showing you a project using the True Love Designer Series paper here on page 11 of the January to June mini catalog. And I just want to real quick tell you about some of my specials for the month of February. If you use this host code when you place your order, a $50 order will get you a card tutorial featuring 4 cards from the Love You Always suite. And a $100 order will get you the card tutorials plus a pack of the resin hearts found on page 55 of the catalog. And these are what the hearts look like. They're kind of a matte, very pretty. And a $150 order gets you both of those, plus you get to earn Stampin' Rewards. So you become your own demonstrator, and you get, I think it's 10%, so you'll get $15 in Stampin' Rewards to use on whatever you like. Let me just get my comments up here, sorry about that, and I will get started on the project that we're going to be using this beautiful paper. Now this paper comes in a 12 by 12 size. I have 6 by 6 because I do a product share for my upline. And so let me show you real quick what this paper looks like. So the colors in this are basic black and whisper white, and this is the piece we'll be using today, which is why it's chopped up, but this is the reverse side of that. I love that it's black and white. It means you can use it with any type of project. And this is part of the Love You Always suite. Love You Always? Yes, Love You Always suite. And today we're going to be making a project with it that's not a Valentine's card. I've been seeing a lot of those. I love Valentine's Day. I like Valentine's projects, but we're not making that today. Today we'll be making this card. It's a birthday card. And that's the paper that I've colored. I'll be showing you how to do that. And it's a very simple card, but it's kind of a wow. Let me move that out of the way and we'll get started on our project. I started with a card base in basic black, and that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then the True Love Designer Series paper. Now I've already colored in most of it here. I used my blends to color. I'm going to be showing you how to use the blends. And that's just a little piece we have for layering. So the colors I used were Petal Pink, Highland Heather, Soft Seafoam, Daffodil Delight, and what we're going to be using right now, which is Melon Mambo. So now when I color, I like to start with the lightest color first. When you order these, you get 2 colors per pack. You get a light and a dark. And I just like to start with the light. I find it's a lot easier to darken something. It's really hard to lighten things up. I'm just going to start by coloring some of these flowers. And I love to color. In case you haven't seen, I did a watercolor video last week. I love coloring. So this paper is perfect for someone like me who will sit here and probably color every piece of it. I've seen some pretty amazing projects using just the black and white though. Now the blends, I've gotten some questions too about how are the blends different from the Stampin' Write markers. The Stampin' Write markers use our regular ink pad ink, which is water-based, and the blends use alcohol. So they bleed a little bit, they blend better. The Stampin' Write markers are great for coloring on your stamps with if you wanted to do different colors for a sentiment. And these, they bleed. So you can see the back where all the pink is, where the Stampin' Write markers tend to not do that. And it's okay if you make a little mistake or go over something you shouldn't, because this pattern that I've chosen is so busy. It's kind of hard to notice. Hi, Wendy, and hi, Danette. Glad you could join us. I'm just going to finish coloring that up, and then we will go in with the dark of the Melon Mambo for shading. Excuse me. So I just kind of shade in the parts that are already kind of outlined for you. So these little dark, there's little lines here, and I just kind of go over those. And it, like I said, it doesn't really matter how you do it because it all blends so beautifully anyways. And this is just such a relaxing outlet for me. I love to come in my craft room after a long day of work and just color and make a nice project for someone. So now I'm going to go back over, and I started here, so I'm going to start back there because that should be dry by now. These alcohol markers tend to dry pretty quickly. And if you find that things aren't blending or looking how you want them, just kind of let them dry a little bit in between. They don't take too long. And just kind of go over it a little bit just to blend the light and the dark together. We put our markers away. It's a lot of markers. And then for the background, I used the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. And I've been using this on pretty much every project I've made lately. I love this folder. It's just gorgeous. So what I did was I took my Memento ink pad, and I call it the top. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but the top to me is the part that has the Stampin' Up on it. And I took my Memento ink pad and just inked up the top. Took a piece of Melon Mambo, ran it through, and that's how the ink got deposited into the embossing folder. Now that's the deboss side, but that's pretty much what it looks like without any ink on it. And I just ran it through with a little bit of Memento. And then these just, you run it under the sink, they come off super clean. We're going to do a little bit of stamping. And for this, I used the Oval Occasion stamp set, which is a bundle in the January to June mini catalog. And it comes with a double oval punch. And I used the Happy Birthday. Find it. And I use Melon Mambo. Let me see. Melon Mambo. And I love bundles that come with a punch. I love die cuts, but bundles that come with a punch just make life so much easier. I'm going to ink that up. Stamp. And you kind of want to go a little bit off the side of your scrap paper there because it is an oval, so you want to make sure there's enough room. Just line it up. And since it's a double oval punch, now I have this basic white oval to use on another project. But I'm going to take, not that piece, a scrap piece of basic black. And just punch out my scalloped oval. Oh, and that's not it for stamping, because I did stamp the inside. I used these little hearts here. They're stars and things too. And they really are meant to decorate around the oval, which I liked, but I wanted something for the inside of my card. I always like to decorate the inside. So I just kind of randomly stamped this and made my own little border. I don't know if you could see that. And just kind of up a little. All right, so that is it for the stamping. Super quick. But I do like to clean off my stamps quick because otherwise I will put my finger in them and get my project all full of ink. So now we are ready to assemble. Get my Stampin' Seal. And a couple of dimensionals. I like dimensionals too. We use those on almost all the projects around here. This is my Seal Plus. That's fine. The Seal Plus is meant for more heavy duty type projects, boxes, bags, that kind of thing, but it's what I grabbed. And then this is just a layer that is a 1/4 inch wider. Did I write it down? Yep, the DSP is measured at 3 by 2 inches, and the layer of basic black is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. And we'll put some dimensionals on the back of that. And then all that's left to do is put our card together and add some embellishments. And now this card would be a good one. You could add a ribbon to this or a bow. I just kind of kept it simple for today and added a few of the matte black dots down here, which are also a part of the suite, which I'll just show you in 1 minute. So that part's done. And these are those matte black dots. Grab my paper piercer. And I just took, I think I used the smaller ones. I did. So there's 2 sizes. There's a small and like a medium sized. I used 3 of the smaller ones down here. I think I actually used this side, but that's okay. Nobody knows what it's supposed to look like. And I really don't like using seal on embossed cardstock because I find that it tends to rip it. So there's my, the Seal Plus. Seal is what I like to use on the embossed cardstock. We'll add our inside panel. And that is it for that card. And let me pull out my catalog again because I'm doing a live tomorrow at 11 a.m. in my VIP group, Sassy Paper Crafters VIP group. So if you haven't joined that yet, go ahead and find me. It's linked to this Facebook page. And I'm going to be making a card from the Fine Art Floral Suite. And I'll be using this paper and the stamp set, the ribbon, everything here pretty much except the gilded leafing and the heat and stick. But there's my embossing folder that I love so much again. So yeah, join me tomorrow. And remember, if you do place an order, please use the host code. Have a great Friday, everyone. Thanks for watching.